It's your boy, Carlos Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? This your first time tuning in. Go ahead, hit doggone subscribe button, hit notification bell every time I post up new content. Well, people, it seems to me that it seems to be somebody is lying somewhere. And now here comes the cover up. Hey, what's good? Glad that you tuned in. Uh yeah, so yeah, okay. That's I'm good. I'm good. I'm just trying to hold on, let's do this. Yeah, so in either case. So here's the deal, people. I usually don't doggone I usually don't talk about shit like this, but then once I actually really started thinking about it, I was just like, you know what? Hold on. Let me go ahead and let the crazy uncle say his little piece on this. So by now everybody know, okay, this senator or whoever this she is, right? She did looked at this Tory Lane's case. And then going off of the evidence, right? It's like, okay, well, hey, 9 times out of 10, okay, he did pull the trigger. But to my understanding, Megan Thee Stallion herself said that he wasn't the one that did it. But he went to jail anyway. Now, but see, here's the deal. Whatever happened, apparently this is one, this is one, this is one incident that, okay, well, hey, I guess the code didn't work, or it did work, but then somebody was like, okay, hold on, this is bullshit. Why are you taking the heat for something that, for the most part, okay, that you didn't do? You took the heat. What the fuck for? Now I get it. You might try to doggone like, okay, well, hey, look, I'm gonna take this heat round, and then okay, I'll stay in, blah 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 blah, and then I get out. But it didn't go that way for you. Which, for the most part, it never goes that way, right? Motherfucker do something, you get involved, you take the heat round. 9 times out of 10, you didn't take the heat. You wasn't the one that did the shooting or the fucking or the raping or whatever the fuck the case was. You didn't do it, but you took the heat rounds. Why? And then, so then, I can actually really look at this. It's like, okay, let's just say, okay, say he took the heat round. But then I look at, okay, where this shit happened at. It happened in the state of California, unless Google or Wikipedia then lied about that. But I can't help but to think that, okay, when this shit happens, and and I hate to be like starting and stopping, but I'm actually really going back and trying to figure out some shit right now. So this shit happens in the state of California. Kamala Harris at the time, she was Attorney General. And we already knew how she felt about the black man. We already know how she feel about black folks. But let's just say for shits and giggles, right? That whatever reason and behind it, right? She really didn't give a shit about the black man. And with all of those bullshit laws that were implemented by her, whether she was attorney general or whether she was motherfucking senate for the goddamn state of California, this shit happens in California. He takes the heat round. Kamala Harris is now vice president, running for president, and guess who shows up at her goddamn pep rally? Megan Thee Stallion. Make this shit make sense, people. Make it make sense. Like, seriously. Now, if the crazy uncle is digging and he didn't went past some shit, then hey, by all means, tell me. And I'll come back and I'll backtrack this shit. Right? But then here's the deal. Whatever laws, whoever the fuck that was in office, whether it was her, whether it was somebody else, a lot of the shit that she put in law has already been implemented, right? And so if anybody doing the goddamn thing, if you get arrested, you get prosecuted, whatever the case may be, it was gonna be because of what the laws that she put in place. Now this motherfucker in jail, okay, like I say, you took the heat round. I don't know what the fuck for. I don't know who the fuck you was protecting, but just know this: I'm not defending Megan Thee Stallion or Joshua Pete or whatever the fuck its name is. Really don't know. Really don't know. Really don't give a fuck. Well, all what the fuck I'm saying right now, with all of this shit going on with Diddy, now this shit here, it ain't no telling what the fuck else is going on, right? I'm just looking at this. Okay, motherfuckers is lying. They putting shit on people like it's nobody's business. And so I'm just like, okay, is this the same shit that Tory Lanez on a lower level, right? Maybe he doggone did some shit. He did some shit that he was supposed to do, or he did some shit that he was supposed to do. So they say, hey, do this. You the motherfucker say, no, I won't do that. I'm gonna do this. Now I'm in trouble. Whatever the case may be, right? Because I'm just like, okay, since when do you get serious jail time for shooting somebody in the foot? I'm just like, okay, you shoot somebody in the foot. Okay, they just shot in the foot. How many people you know right today that go to jail because, or they may go to jail? Okay, motherfucker, you shot somebody in the foot, right? But I'm just like, okay, so what were the circumstances? What really happened? What caused you to shoot this motherfucker in the foot in the first place? And if it was I mean, because shoot somebody in the foot, that's almost like, okay, motherfucker, get the fuck away from me. That's what that is. That's a get the fuck away from me type of shot, right? Ain't nothing life threatening about being shot in the foot. I am so fucking sorry for you. unless you just out of shape, motherfucker. But my whole deal is this: who who brought up the trumped up charges? Who brought up the trumped up laws or the bullshit laws? Kamala Harris and her goonies or cronies or whatever the fuck that you actually really want to call this. Because I'm telling you something, these motherfuckers, right? Regardless of industry or regardless the branch of industry, they do shit like this to actually like really prove your worth, whatever the fuck the case may be, right? This is what the fuck they do, right? And to be perfectly honest, Megan Thee Stallion, she in on this shit too. Let anybody else say, okay, look, you know what? She in panic mode, right? And for the most part, she could be, right? But let's just say for shits and giggles that she ain't in panic mode. She just playing along. She just like, hey, look. Somebody told, hey, look, play along with this shit. And then as far as like the senator, the senator or whatever the fuck her name is, that's actually like really trying to doggone get this guy off, right? And I'm just like, okay, all right, hey, good for you. But see, the problem that I have with that is this. Everybody, most people that live that life, they go by that code. You don't snitch. You take the heat route. Because 9 times out of 10, you ain't got no goddamn dirt on you in the first place. So we could be like, okay, hey, look, you take this goddamn heat round, you do a little bit of time, we gonna come get you. But then it's like, okay, all right, you done lied about some shit. So what the fuck? Okay, so you gotta be like, okay, so did you just flat out lie, or did somebody tell you to lie, right? Or did Megan Thee Stallion lie like right off, which caused you to go to jail in the first place? And then you still couldn't say shit. You either couldn't say shit or you wasn't gonna say shit. Why? Because you thought you was gonna get some pussy? But then again, I'm just like, hey, motherfucker, look at the goddamn name. And then do the rest of it, right? But in our case, this is bullshit because my thing is this. Out of all of the motherfuckers that have been wrongfully accused of a crime, or they took the heat round. And for those y'all that don't know what heat round is, that's the same thing as, hey, look, you finna take the rap. Me being in the army, I say heat round. Okay. So, but in either case, whatever the fuck you actually really want to call it, right? This is bullshit. This man has spent a year, over a year in jail because either she lied and he took the heat rap or the heat round. And I'm just like, why the fuck would you do that? Now, just like I said, motherfuckers live by the code. But the thing about it though is this. I don't give a damn. If I didn't do it, I'm not finna take the heat round for no motherfucker. I gives a damn. If motherfucker come to me, well, I can use the pussy afterwards. I'm like, well, shit. I gotta stay in this motherfucker 5, 10 years. Right? You gonna give me some more than just a pussy. You gonna give me some money too. But even then, I'm just like, no, bitch, I don't want your pussy. I don't want your money neither. I go out and get my own. So all of this shit here, the P. Diddy trial, all this shit is bullshit. Y'all motherfucker need to try, y'all really need to be trying to figure out what the fuck really going on with this other shit because, look, this is entertainment. This is entertainment. Entertainment 101. Right? This is what the fuck they do. Because they already know that the goddamn soapbox ain't doing it for them. So these y'all want to actually really try to get it as real as possible. But the thing about it though is this: the way y'all set shit up, motherfucker can look at it and say, "Hey, guess what? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit all goddamn day long." But hey, as one of my first stars used to say, "Hey, I'm just a $5 guy." But even being the $5 guy, right? I know bullshit when I see it, right? So, hey, look, it is what it is. Y'all make the motherfucking call on this. How many motherfuckers you know right today that got involved in the wrong type of people because they want to live that bullshit. They want to live that bullshit life. All of a sudden, they bought that life. Then some shit happened. And then motherfucker like, okay, motherfucker, here's your chance. You say you about that life, right? So let's see. Go on, take this goddamn heat round. So my whole deal is, what's the difference between everybody else that has taken a heat round versus this motherfucker here? Oh, don't answer that. Don't. I already know because he's part of he's part of that bullshit industry. So he get a get out. He finna get a get out of jail free card, and then he finna collect his $200. Or if this motherfucker want to sit up here, hey, look, false arrest. You some bitches finna pay me and put that bitch in jail. But it's just like what I said. Let's look at this. Now, if y'all want to see I'm reaching, then hey, by all means. But when laws have been implemented by a bitch, and y'all already know what bitch I'm talking about. A bitch that don't like black men. Then this bitch lie, and then for your troubles, come shake your ass at my presidential campaign. Why this motherfucker's in jail. And then y'all wonder why that bitch lost. Now, then like I said, that could be a hell of a reach. Right? Well, guess what? Go on and reach for it. Go on and reach for it. And then you tell me, hey, you know what? Oh, crazy offer might be on to something. Because again, how many times has a motherfucker that y'all know, whether you know or they in the family, that took a heat round for somebody. And they sitting in jail right to this damn day, but ain't nobody come to say they motherfucking ass. But she looking at this case. And I was like, okay. And then what she said, I was like, look, if she wants some dick from that motherfucker, then hey, guess what? She could be going right. She could be taking it the right way. I don't know. But in either case, because I can tell you some motherfuckers here in the state of Arkansas that have taken heat rounds, serious heat rounds. And when I say here is serious heat rounds, motherfuckers have went to the chair behind this shit. Because this is what motherfuckers do. They be like, oh, so you want to take this? You want to take this? Okay, right? So what? Guess what the fuck we finna do to y'all or do to you? We finna give you what the fuck we was gonna get here. But then again, that's fucked up. Especially if this is first go around, right? They could be like, okay, look, we know what you're trying to do, but motherfuckers still like, I ain't finna say shit. That don't mean go put that motherfucker in a box. And basically that's all what the fuck that happened to old boy. They put this motherfucker in a box. Now all of a sudden, and I hate sitting like old broke ass record, but my whole deal is this. Okay, look, where's everybody else for this shit? You know, you take a motherfucking heat round, everybody else died, but okay, yeah. Fuck games as usual. So with that being said, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dad, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa. Motherfucker next door, cross street, round the corner, Papa's Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Chi Chi. Uh, this goes for you too. Tell all your folk. Till next time.